Hey friends, Marjolaine here with week 3 of Hearts in Hands, which is a collaboration that I'm doing with Lisa at Praise Hearts. So this is the printable that you could purchase in my shop. And this one is the printable that you can get for free when you sign up for my newsletter on my website. And this is the printable that you could buy from Lisa, and this is the one you can get for free when you sign up for her newsletter on her website. So today I'll be using some acrylic paints on my page. This doesn't usually turn out really great for me, but I just really love looking at other people's pages done with paint, so I'm going to attempt it. So I'm just going to scrape 3 colors on, nothing too complicated. And I was attempting to not cover the words up, but then I accidentally did and realized it was completely see-through. So I do end up covering the words, and I can still read the text through it, the paint. So I've gone ahead and printed some of the printable pieces on sticker paper, and really happy with how that turned out. So here I'm just going to create a double-sided tab with the piece of pattern paper that came on Lisa's printable, and I won't torture you with watching me trying to attempt to do this. I end up cutting it small, and I fooled around with it for quite a while. It should be simple, but it just wasn't for some reason. But there's my tab, and I'm super happy with it. So this week, the verse that we're working with was Isaiah chapter 35, verse 6. However, the whole entire chapter really spoke to me. And so I'd like to read it to you. Even the wilderness and desert will be glad in those days. The wasteland will rejoice and blossom with spring crocuses. Yes, there will be an abundance of flowers and singing and joy. The desert will become as green as the mountains of Lebanon, as lovely as Mount Carmel or the plain of Sharon. There the Lord will display his glory, the splendor of our God. With this news, strengthen those who have tired hands and encourage those who have weak knees. Say to those with fearful hearts, be strong and do not fear, for your God is coming to destroy your enemies. He's coming to save you. And when he comes, he will open the eyes of the blind and unplug the ears of the deaf. The lame will leap like a deer, and those who cannot speak will sing for joy. Springs will gush forth in the wilderness, and streams will water the wasteland. The parched ground will become a pool, and springs of water will satisfy the thirsty land. Marsh green and reeds and rushes will flourish where desert jackals once lived. And a great road will go through that once deserted land. It will be named the Highway of Holiness. So the Lord's really been speaking to me about the voiceless, other people that are voiceless, but also where I have been voiceless in my life. And just reading the voiceless will break out into song has been really powerful for me this week, and I hope that if there's areas in your life where you've been voiceless, that you will be blessed by this. The Lord really wants you to have your voice back, and so I encourage you to speak this week. And as you do, I think your heart will be less troubled and you'll be more likely to be able to leap for joy, like this girl is. So here I'm making a second entry in my interleaf Bible, and the border that I just showed you, that comes from Lisa's printable, and I printed it out on sticker paper and I love it so much I think I'm gonna have to print out a whole bunch more and just use them all over the place. So here I'm just covering my cream colored background with some white paint, just so that the printables won't look so harsh against the cream background. So this page, what speaks to me the most is the part where it says, "The lame will leap like a deer." Mostly because I've had chronic pain for the last few years that I'm finally getting healing for, but I have to say I haven't much felt like leaping like a deer. So this is a huge promise to me. And also that springs will gush forth in the wilderness and streams will water the wasteland. I'm coming out of a season of feeling like I was in the desert, so I'm just looking forward to a new season where there's streams in the desert and deers leaping, or rather myself leaping like a deer. So here I'm just going to add color to the background using some distress ink, and if you're wondering why I use distress ink so much, well, my real reason is because they're so easy, but the other reason is that I have not cleaned my desk since I started this series, and so they're just there and available and ready to use. And so here on the left I applied too much of the yellow ink, and I'm trying to remove it. Even with water, it's not coming off at all. And so I'm gonna do what I do best and just cover it up with some printables. And I also applied color to the edges of the printables where it's white, so this way it blends it in and doesn't have a harsh contrast. So after that entry, I still have enough printable pieces to do another couple of pages, but I just wasn't finding the right verse for what I had left. So I decided to put the leftovers in my Midori journal. And I'm using this gorgeous border that I forgot to use on the other page. And now I love it even more, so I for sure will print more stickers off. So I'm kind of in awe at how beautifully the pieces from Lisa's printables and mine look together. Again, we didn't plan this, but actually this spread turned out to be one of my favorites just because of the greens and the yellows that look so beautiful together. And even the splashes from the pink from mine and the blue from Lisa's look amazing together, so I'm super pleased with that. I also realized I hadn't journaled on either of my Bible journaling pages, so I'm just gonna put on paper what's on my heart for these entries. And I'm pretty much done after that, so I just want to encourage you to go sign up on Lisa's website for her newsletter, and as well as my website, and check Lisa's video out at Praise Heart, and I'll see you for the last week next Saturday. Thanks for watching. Bye.